Good afternoon, members of the media, and good afternoon, Bermuda. We're here in the heart of constituency number 18 at Ladies' Chambers on the beautiful North Shore to announce the rollout of 4 candidates for constituency 17, 18, 19, and 20 to contest the next general election. I'm excited and delighted to be here with this high caliber team to roll out for the Pembroke area. This team has experience, fresh new faces, and certainly the ability to get the job done. And before I introduce the candidates to say just a few short words, let me just give a footprint of where we stand in Bermuda today in early June. This government was elected in December of 2012, facing serious challenges from one end of the island to the other, and certainly with government finances. Slowly but surely, the One Bermuda Alliance has turned this country around and is now moving us forward together, not back. There's progress from one end of the island to the other, up in Dockyard, in Hamilton, and in St. George's. We've had tough decisions to make for 4.5 years. Those tough decisions, the support of our team, as we work for every single Bermudian, now are starting to see the light of day. We're excited when the general election is finally called to talk about our record, to talk about the progress we made, and I'm excited to roll out the candidates here today. So without any further ado, I will roll out candidate for constituency 17, Senator Andrew Simons, who ran in this area in the last election. He's continued to do good work. We've seen his work in the Senate, and I'm delighted that this brilliant young man with such an empathy for the social problems that we face here in Bermuda is going to once again challenge a seat. This is a young man we need in the House of Assembly for the next generation. So Andrew, over to you.
Thank you, Premier. Again, thank you for joining me here today. I'm honored to have been selected to run here for the One Bermuda Alliance in Pembroke Central, Constituency 17. As the Premier said, this constituency is not new to me. In fact, just behind us is West Pembroke, where I went to school. I ran here in the general election of 2012, which brought the OBA to power. I was humbled back in 2012 when over 300 people, just under 50%, trusted me with their vote. I believe that I'm an even better candidate now. Much has been achieved since then, but much more remains to be done. I'm running for Parliament because I'm still passionate about public policy, and I recognize that many major problems can only be resolved through the political process. Bermuda faces some difficult decisions in the next few years in areas as diverse as reducing the debt, providing services to an aging population, and continuing to reform healthcare. Folks still are tired of the politics of usual. I believe that an MP's role is to serve his or her constituents, to listen and to assist. I wish each constituent to know that I am available to assist with the personal challenges they face. I want to be a resource for them. In my time in the Senate, I have tried to avoid the toxic partisan language that turns people off of politics. I believe that my education, work experience, service as an officer in the Royal Bermuda Regiment, and membership on a number of government boards have prepared me to serve the residents of Pembroke Central and all of the people of Bermuda. I graduated from Berkeley before going to Hotchkiss School in Connecticut. I attended Stanford University in California as a Bermuda government scholar and graduated in 2005 with a bachelor's degree in computer science and a master's degree in chemical engineering. For 2 years, I worked at EMC, a big technology company in Boston, before moving back to Bermuda 9 years ago to work in reinsurance as a catastrophe modeler and risk analyst. And I will say from my time in the Senate and on boards, that technical background matters as the island is facing newer challenges such as cyber terrorism and risks we hadn't contemplated before. I served as an officer in the regiment for 6 years, and I took an interest in the welfare of my troops. I saw them and their families struggle to find jobs, pay for health insurance, negotiate the court system, and keep a roof over their heads. Fortunately, the economy is improving under the One Bermuda Alliance government. We must ensure that the benefits of an improving economy reach everyone. As a member of the Health Council, I am proudest of my role in encouraging the Health Council to pursue employers who were not providing health insurance for their employees, something that was the law. And that's a concern I found on the doorstep, and it was after canvassing and being appointed that I made that my main focus there. My experience on the board of Cedar Bridge Academy and the Pembroke Parish Council has shown me how challenging it can be to get things done in government. Change does take time. I believe that I have the skills, commitment, energy, and integrity to serve the interests of this constituency well. I look forward to meeting all of the new residents of Pembroke Central and seeing some of the residents I saw back in 2012 from Angle Street to Mount Hill over the coming weeks and all of the streets in between. So thank you again.
Thank you very much, Andrew. And now we turn to constituency number 18. We are in the heart of that constituency today. Nick Kemp, who challenged his seat in the last election, did a commendable job, and has continued to work here for 4.5 years. Nick has worked hard in the constituency, improving people's lives, and he is one of those exciting, fresh faces that brings energy and a good deal of experience to the table. So Nick, to the podium, my friend.
Thank you, Premier. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nick Kemp, and I'm pleased to be running a Constituency 18 again for the One Bermuda Alliance. My focus in the last election was on building relationships and providing information so that my neighbors could go to the polls confident that they were informed about what I stood for and what the OBA's plan to turn around Bermuda was. It was also very important for me to build trust so that people would not hesitate to reach out to me should they need assistance. I am committed to Pembroke West Central, having lived in the heart of the constituency on Table Rock Avenue, and have done so since before the last election. I have shown my commitment to the neighborhood over the last 5 years. On a personal level, I have championed neighbors in need when they have had challenges relating to navigating pensions, banking, legal, and financial assistance appeals. I have also chased government departments and ministers to ensure that repairs get completed around the neighborhood, such as the collapsed wall at Cox's Hill, the damaged fencing and playground at PCC, and the children playing sign on Overview Hill. In order to drive neighborhood interest into action, the 90-30 initiative was launched with the goal of completing a 90-minute community project every 30 days. Together, we have tackled dangerous road corners, hidden bus stops, and overgrown dumping areas. I was pleased to channel the enthusiasm of the Mount Hill Barkley Road Neighborhood Group into action in April, ensuring that within 2 weeks of our meeting, we had a mural and a symbol of community pride. As chairman of the Bermuda Economic Development Corporation, I have also made education a priority, establishing a clear pathway from how to identify opportunities through to growing an established small business. Entrepreneurs and small business owners are key to economic mobility. The optimism of what we can achieve together under this current economic revival, especially in tourism, is shown by the amount of new, locally made, and Bermuda-themed products and businesses in the last few years. I look forward to seeing these businesses grow and create jobs. I stand before you today proud of what the OBA has achieved in the last 5 years and confident that my neighbors have been able to see that I have rolled up my sleeves as expected and as promised. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick. And now we continue to move to our west, to Spanish Point, and this lady needs no introduction, really. Very calm, cool, composed at all time, who's been a valuable asset not only to Spanish Point, but to the people of Bermuda, Minister Jean Atherton.
Thank you, Premier. As a chartered accountant who grew up in Pembroke West, I stepped forward as the OBA candidate for Pembroke West in 2012 because I was concerned about the future of the island and believed that with the problems that Bermuda faced, the OBA was the party to bring about change, to better standards, to bring about change, to more accountability, and change that would have results that work for the people. The night that I won my seat, I sat in my car after the count and wondered whether we, the OBA, had won the battle but lost the war. The night the results came in, that gave us the opportunity to be the government, I made a pledge to myself to be part of a team and to do whatever I could to help Bermuda right the ship, to reduce the deficit and get the cost down, because I knew that without that the country could not survive. I've been fortunate to have been given roles in the team and then the cabinet, which has allowed me to work on making Bermuda better for all of its citizens. I said back in 2012 that the OBA is a can-do party armed with real solutions and belief in the people of this island. We have gotten through this, one of the most difficult times in our history, and we're now on the path to recovery. Your OBA government has done this. I want to be part of the team that continues expanding opportunities for Bermuda and making Bermuda work better for you, your loved ones, and your fellow Bermudians. I've been asked whether I enjoy what I've been doing, and I reply, some days more than others. But the opportunity to improve the lot of my fellow Bermudians gives me the strength to keep working. It also keeps me up late at night looking for solutions to our complex health and family problems. The OBA has a team of experience, youth, and diversity, and I'm proud to be a member of that team, which can take Bermuda forward together, not back. Which is why I stand before you again as the OBA candidate for Pembroke West, constituency number 19. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister Atherton. And certainly, last but not least, in constituency 20, the House Leader, Susan Jackson, who won the seat for the first time last time and is stepping forward again to continue her great service. I've seen Susan mature tremendously over the past 4 years. She's passionate about the people, and she's starting to pick up where her mother always was, with our seniors. Susan, to the microphone, please.
Thank you, Premier. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to serve the country for another term. I'm anxious to get out and get busy in the constituency. This has been 4 years, 4 generations, and a lot of hard work to serve the country. And I know that representing the people of Bermuda does mean that there's a level of trust that needs to be established, and that earning that trust is the most important thing for a representative. So that is my task, and that's what I intend to do. I've spent quite a bit of time in this election cycle with Summerhaven as their receiver. I've learned a lot and built many relationships with people who are living in wheelchairs, and I'd like to continue to develop those relationships and expand my responsibilities island-wide. I've also spent an awful lot of time with the Senior Advisory Council, and that is a platform where I would like very much to present more opportunities for people to age at home. And I've also spent an awful lot of time with the Diabetes Association and have pledged to be an advocate for diabetes and see what we can do to reduce, if not eradicate, type 2 diabetes on the island. In Pembroke Southwest, I've built many relationships. Some of them have been long-standing relationships. We've done a lot of work in the constituency, from paving roads to street signs. We have safer neighborhoods because of neighborhood watches that have been established, and we continue to work. There's still plenty to do, and we will continue to work hard as a team in constituency Pembroke Southwest to make sure that we accomplish the goals to make our neighborhood a safe and happy neighborhood. In conclusion, I would like to just say to the people of Bermuda that it's most important for the commitment of individuals like myself to be completely committed to the island. And if there's ever anything that I can do as a public servant to represent you, albeit Pembroke Southwest or island-wide, I am here as your representative to listen and to do what I can do to help. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Susan. And as I bring this press conference to a close, I can, members of the media and people of Bermuda, I think you see clearly, as we've formally rolled out 25% of our candidates for the next general election, we have the experience, we have the fresh new faces, we have the diversity, and we have the ability to get the job done with the people that we've laid out. It won't be long before people have the opportunity to go to the polls. We have a record that we're proud of, and we have a team that continue to work in very difficult times. And so we're delighted to be here today in the heart of Constituency 18 to put our people forward so we can continue to move forward together, not back. Members of the media, happy to have questions answered at the end of this press conference one-on-one, but thank you for coming out today. God bless you and God bless Bermuda.